Thank you for joining us. We are taking a live look outside where the cloudy, rainy weather is expected to continue into tonight. And John, it also sounds like it's bringing in some cooler temperatures.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't need a jacket right now. I feel like I haven't had a jacket for a long time. I've had a raincoat. I don't think you need a winter coat, maybe until the weekend. Just that light fall weather is what it feels like out there right now. 35, we actually have a couple of light mixed showers right now, but they're extremely light. 35 degrees today, obviously much cooler today than it has been, not in the 50s, but it's not really raining hard anymore. The warmth is pushing north. 42 in Hayward, 40 in Grand Rapids, 35 in St. Cloud, only 30 in Jackson. And it's an odd day, but the south wind is a cold front. So that's the cold air is coming all the way in from Canada, but it wrapped all the way around this low, and now it's straight out of the south, and that is cooling us down. So the south wind did give us the cool weather. Here's what it looks like on radar. You can see a couple of splotches on there, but things have started to really weaken. To the north, there's a little bit more rain. You go up towards Brainerd, McGregor area, over towards Duluth. They are still picking up some showers up there. So we will track this precip as it continues to exit the region. Of course, not a ton of activity now, but will it ever snow for real? We'll let you know.
A very valid question.
Right.
All right. Thanks so much. Look forward to seeing you soon. In terms of Christmas Day travel weather, things quickly became dangerous in other parts of the Midwest. Cece Gaines shows us the conditions following a winter storm.
Hey there, North Dakota is getting hit, South Dakota and Nebraska. Let's take a look at North Dakota first, though, where more than a dozen cities are dealing with an ice storm warning this afternoon. It's in effect until 6 tonight. I want to show you a progression of how quickly things turn for the worse. This is video from around 6 p.m. yesterday. You just saw some ice on the roads, ice on the side of the roads, ice-covered vehicles. But now take a look at this video posted on X late last night. You can see everything is covered in ice. The roads look really slick. The National Weather Service says travel could be nearly impossible. There could be power outages, tree damage. That's why the University of North Dakota Police posted on X saying they won't reopen until tomorrow at 8 a.m. It's the same story over in Nebraska. They've been dealing with blizzard conditions, heavy snow and high winds causing this semi-truck to slide off the road. Here's another view from X. The slick and dangerous conditions causing multiple semis to jackknife on Interstate 80. Officials had to close eastbound lanes for a stretch and are telling drivers not to travel. And we're not forgetting about South Dakota. Portions of Interstate 90 are now closed because of snow, freezing rain and strong winds. No word on when reopening will happen. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Cece. Looking at travel today, this is what we're seeing at MSP right now. On the FlightAware Misery map, it tracks delays and cancellations at the biggest airports in the country. The most issues are connected to flights into and out of the East Coast, including New York and DC. If you still have some traveling to do, make sure to download the free KARE 11 weather app. You'll get personalized forecasts and live radar with one tap. You can find it wherever you get your apps or scan the QR code on your screen. Today, we are working to learn more about a Christmas Eve crash that killed a man and his dog. It happened in St. Paul on Sunday. Police say a driver hit the man and his dog at Park Street and Maryland Avenue. Officers say the driver did stop and is cooperating with police. Police are also looking into a burglary that led to what they're calling a significant amount of property damage. It happened at Towsley Motorsports in Vadnais Heights. Officers say multiple vehicles were damaged inside, along with a general mess left behind. A suspect is in custody after police say they led them on a short chase. Despite global calls for a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war from leaders around the world, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is vowing to continue fighting until Hamas is defeated. NBC's Josh Lederman has the latest from southern Israel.
The Gaza Strip is reeling from one of the deadliest stretches of the war so far, with some 250 Palestinians killed in a 24-hour period, according to the Hamas-run Palestinian Health Ministry. And among them are at least 70 people who died in an airstrike on the Al-Maghazi refugee camp in central Gaza. The Israelis, too, have been suffering a large number of casualties. At least 17 IDF troops were killed just since Friday, according to Israel's military. And the fighting has been on ongoing. Just within the last few hours, we have been hearing the explosions here in southern Israel of additional rockets from Gaza being launched into Israel, intercepted by the Iron Dome system. And it comes as Prime Minister Netanyahu is really under a lot of pressure right now to change course in this war, not only from aid groups and foreign countries that are demanding an immediate ceasefire, but also from the families of those some 100 plus families of hostages who are believed to be still held in the Gaza Strip. Some of those relatives heckled the prime minister as he spoke in Israeli parliament. Last night they shouted "now" and held up signs saying, "What if this was your daughter?" And the prime minister has been fairly defiant in the face of those calls for some type of shift. He paid a secret wartime visit to Gaza yesterday, met with troops there, where he said, for anyone calling for an end to this war, it's not going to happen. Israel must fight until the very end. And in one reminder of just the clear risk of this war spiraling across the region, Iran says that Israel killed a senior Revolutionary Guard official in Syria over the last 48 hours or so. Iran now threatening to retaliate against Israel. Josh Letterman, NBC News, Sderot, Israel.
Today, many of us are getting some use out of the new gadgets and gifts we got over the holidays, but in some cases, a return or two might be necessary. Here's a look at what you can expect when you head back to the store. Some retailers are making return windows more flexible to account for early holiday deals and more lag time between gift purchasing and gift giving. Last year, the National Retail Federation estimated holiday returns would cost about $171 billion. So some have added restrictions, especially, they say, with an uptick in return fraud. That is why it is not unusual for fees to be attached.
A lot of retailers do have restocking fees, especially if it's a higher ticket item. Some retailers will take the postage to return the item, if it's an online retailer, out of your refund.
Now is a good time to look up some of the biggest retailers' policies. Things purchased on Amazon likely have a 30-day return window. At Walmart and Target, it is 90 days, though you could have extra time for certain items as part of their holiday return policies. Well, for more than 3 decades, a bakery in St. Louis Park has become a community staple. But now, after several challenges, the owner is asking for help to make sure this Christmas isn't the bakery's last. Here's what they'll need.
I'm Kaya Edwards. A long-standing cheesecake bakery that supports animal rescues and food banks will soon close its doors. Beginning this Thursday, Muddy Paws Cheesecake in St. Louis Park will close for almost a month to raise money, and whether it reopens will depend on donations. The owner says this is not due to lack of sales, but because of debt. They need around $480,000, but could reopen at $240,000.
Thank you, Kaya. Well, today is the first day of Kwanzaa, and the festivities have just started in our area. When we come back, how you can join in on the fun at the Midtown Global Market. Plus, we